I came out here earlier. Apparently, this area does not get morning sun and is more shade. I'm glad. I'm glad about that. That's a good thing. Does not get morning sun, but I missed it. I went inside, got caught up the damn internet, and so I come back and sun is fully consuming the bed, and that's fine as well. But it is good to know it won't get scalded because its primary sun is in the early to late morning. This is what it looked like about 10, 15 minutes ago. So this whole area is shaded. So it'll get a little afternoon sun, but not too much, which is fine for the things I have over here. Share and these girls, I meant to top their heads off. I'll probably wind up doing that today, but they're so pretty right now. I don't know, I'll decide. I got my callaloo down here. Esther is back there. I don't know what I did to her to make her top leaves get like that. This is how they're supposed to look. And I think that I just, my pruning her so harshly made her leaves curl up like that. I needed to wait until she. Anyway, I don't know if that's what's causing her not to fruit as well because that she has, the one of her that I have in the pot is fruiting. So I'll get to taste that one way or another. Snow peas are climbing, as are my cucumbers. I'm trying to keep them led onto their little makeshift arch trellis. I wanted to come out and harvest some green beans. And I wanted to do it before the sun hit over here, but I missed it. I have creme brulee here and here in those two big old green tomato cages. Three, there's red Swiss chard there, there. I have three sugar beets, one there, and one in the back. I'm gonna grow a lot more of those. A lot more of those. I'm gonna put some collards back here, but I want to get them started first. I'm gonna be tasting my carrot greens when my carrots are ready. I think I have a few that are ready, but I think I mentioned to you guys that I'm doing some control testing to see when to harvest. Anyway, my Amara's here and here. She's still nice and vibrantly purple at her tip. She's kind of bleached a little bit. I have my two moringa back there. They're starting to come to life now that the weather's changed. The fall is on the way. And the verbena doing the same. I want to cut those back and get new branches, but I want to get them a particular height first, and then I'll top them off. But yeah, let's get a few of these string beans. And I also have some more here, my big old violas. I'm trying to gradually replace all my other violas with these big, voluptuous numbers here. I think I'm going to get it done. I probably won't get it done till next year, and that's okay. I saw my neighbor just catching a glimpse of me. I'm going to have a roundup of a tour, quick tour, just because I feel like it. This is my little table. It wasn't supposed to be like this, but I'm not mad because I have a place to put some things that are in transition. Purple tree collard. Here are a couple of sweet peppers, mini sweet peppers. I want to complain about how slowly they're coming along, but isn't everybody's peppers? Don't act like yours ain't too. This is Amara. She's doing really good. I like the way she behaved when she got topped off. She did what I suspected and grew her side branches. So I know that that is an option, even when I'm going aesthetically, and how I'm going to manage to harvest as I use it aesthetically. Here's Esther. She's doing pretty well. She's doing way better than her mom is doing in the ground. And I'm pretty sure it's as a result of my pruning. My bad. Y'all know I'm not scared to cut shit back. I think these onions that I kept going and going and going are finally gone. Scoot your hips over, girl. Yeah. They just have little thin stalks now. So that tells me that they're spent. My red and pasta onions are doing great now though. Thank you, Super Sly Fox 1 on YouTube. Purple tree colors. Showed you Mara. And these are Tom Thumb peas. It's supposed to be little 8-inch pea numbers that I was going to grow to get some fresh seeds because the seeds are so many years old. But I might have been too late. I did get these though, but they might do me absolutely no good. I'm gonna pull this up. Screw it. Why would I let this thing take up no nutrients? Excuse me. Okay, so yeah, red and pasta onion doing well by itself. I'm glad I didn't put 2 more in there because there wasn't really room. This is one of the string beans I harvested from today. This is what I was keeping underneath the table. I moved it to the top just in case this new family of bunnies is gonna be a problem. Like I said, that's this leaf can actually come off and be thrown away. Purple tree collards. They're not really getting enough root space in this planter. This lamb's quarters, this is the mother, and she's going to seed in every last one of her branches. So yeah. More of the string beans that I harvested from earlier. That's Walona. I actually lifted one of her vines up and put it inside the planter because there's a melon on it, and it was hanging along off the edge of the planter, and it's not gonna be able to have that weight as it grows. There's Rose, and here is creme brulee. Her triplets at the bottom are thick, thick, thick. I'll show you them. This is my cucumber bush that is ready to climb up this whole thing. I see it starting to climb up the back wall, but I don't see it really grabbing onto these poles like I expected, but it's only a matter of time. It's still pulling out. No pun intended, because look at all the flowers and the fruit starts. I know there's a couple that will be ready in a few days, matter of fact. Yeah. So many fruit under there. But anywho, let me move on. This little sensitive phone will have a hot flash on my ass. Josh Share. I'm still pissed at myself because I cut off flowering branch. We could have tasted her fruits this year, but no. I had to go chopping off cuttings and whatnot. Maybe next time. These are a couple of more string beans that I harvested from. I need to deadhead all of those. This is a new pepper that I was growing this year that is doing nothing. The new peppers I'm growing this year are doing nothing. So basically all my peppers are doing nothing. But I see y'all peppers too. And some of y'all in my area ain't out here harvesting no peppers, and your pepper plant is like a few inches tall, so it's not just me, clearly. This is a black krim that we just spent so much time discussing because this is the mother of the plants that I grew, black krim, and I was concerned because she only had one fruit on her, and that's the one that's ripening as we speak, that we've been sitting out here watching ripen. Way more peaceful and entertaining and peaceful and therapeutic than watching paint dry. So I'd much rather watch a tomato ripen than paint dry. I'm pretty sure the fumes are a lot healthier with the tomatoes as well because natural. They tried to fuck that phrase up too though. That was in the 80s when they came out with all natural. The fact that they even let them look us in our face and tell them doggone lies. Every commercial is a testament to the whole nation. Look at that. Speaking of, Think green, think clean. Think green, think clean my ass. They don't think a goddamn thing. The only green they think is, oh, you know what? I'm gonna fish for. I'm gonna put fish emulsion today. I haven't done that in a minute. And for this bed, since I have the string beans on the ends, I think I'm just gonna do it in the middle of the bed. Oh shit, that was a big ass cicada. You know, it's so big you can hear it every time it bumps into a leaf on a tree. Anywho, let me move on because I want to show y'all what I'm doing about my melons. This is Sunny. She seemed like she stopped producing for a couple of weeks, maybe. I was able to come out and enjoy a handful every time I ran through the garden, but it's like she threw, like she stopped flowering. I don't see no more fruit. I don't know what's going on, but I really like her for grazing. I don't think I really considered what I like with the black cherry in terms of grazing, just because I like them to eat on my stuff so much. But I hope they're as good because I'm really trying to keep my tomato variety low. I want one big tomato, one cherry tomato. You know, I lied when I first tasted this and told y'all it wasn't that. It was alright. Very, very good. But grazing only, because if I pick them and go to eat them later, the skin is tough. I don't know what that is. But between the sweetness of the actual tomato and the warmth of the sun, these are delicious. So they're delicious as warm, fresh picked tomatoes. But that's it. Definitely a grazing tomato for me. So much so that I'm going to revisit if the black cherry is sufficient for that, because I don't know that I needed to graze on those. Those were just nice to go in and eat in my tomato stuff without the acidity. Ooh, but I bet, oh man, but I bet those tomatoes mixed with these would be amazing. Nope, no. I fucking said I wasn't gonna make no more tomato sauce out of cherry tomatoes, and I specifically said why. And this is a specific variety of tomato that would really make that complicated for me. I just got through talking about how tough that skin was, didn't I? I should do these tours in the morning and start over here because there's no sun in the morning over here. None. So here's more string beans that I harvested from earlier. My purple sprouting broccoli that I need to jet spray. This is Bina. She going wild. That's her job though. Red onions, they be ready for almost daily harvest now. This is growing twice in size every day. I saw some little bite marks on it, so I came and I saved them. I get it together, self. Okay, I generally save the bags that our grapes come in. So, and they're just like this. They're resealable, but they have holes in them. You know how grape bags are from the produce section. I really wasn't sure if it was getting bothered or not, but at the end of the day, you know you're gonna be mad if you find out that it was an animal and your shit is destroyed when you could have just put something on it right quick. So until I have some drawstring bags coming. Until those bags arrive, I'm going to use the grapes and mini pepper bags. And I just seal the tab up to the conjoining vine. I don't know why that happened, but I'm going to trust Goddess and move on out the way. I was really trying to dip in here to see if I had another melon on that vine or not. So here's Kimberly out here in the Love in the Wilderness. Both of the ones out here are thriving. That's gonna have triplets on the bottom too, so that's like all the sets producing. I just want to make sure I lead the bulk of the plant up through the cage, because the fruits are enormous, particularly in comparison. These leaves aren't as nearly as voluptuous, so that tells me, it reaffirms for me that she on my purple tree collars. I'm gonna let her lay everything she wanna lay because I'm jet spraying them holes in just a minute. Oh, I said that like a Creole, didn't I? I kind of dragged that little syllable like Creole. I sound a little bit like Hilly Means, who also, by the way, don't play by no kind of insects. None. None. I need to cut this dead branch off. But look how beautifully she's doing. Like, this is her at her greatness, right? Isn't it beautiful? Green leaves so thick, and they're velvety too. They're soft, just like velvet, for real. I shit you not. But they're so heavy and full that they kind of look like they're hanging and drooping, which can make the colonized mind believe that it needs water, and it will not like the water that you give it. I promise you, it won't like it at all. This is Cher. I'm waiting for her first baby's blush down there. Bunch right there. Y'all know sometimes that glare don't want you to be great. But yeah, there are all kind of other fruits set on here. These tips are showing out. These are my two amaranth that I put in this bed. Seems to be my theme to put two amaranth in a bed, like a big old podium or some shit. Boop, boop. Same thing here. Boop, boop. That's all dedicated to peas and cucumbers. That back peas, cucumbers, and actually cool crops, because that corner stays shaded most of the day. So peas, cucumbers, and I have a couple of purple tree collards over there. And I put in tip cuttings of those purple tree collards so that I can get the height, I can take advantage of the height that they're going to grow and the ease of harvesting at those heights. These little insects are destroying, they're loving and destroying these little things here. Okay, let me go inside. Leave this man at peace to come in to his house. I should stay my black ass out there, cause ooh, all kind of leaf borers and worms in that leaf. I'm cutting that whole dang on leaf out. Matter of fact, let's go inside. Look at her, she's showing out, boy. Showing out. Okay, I actually did a lot today, and yeah, I didn't do quite enough, but still, I did a lot. I gave everything fish emulsion. I meditated with Mother Nature for a minute. In fact, let us commune. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right on top of them ashes. Judge your mama. And yes, it's dirty too. Again, judge your mama. See how I have, that's the only possible view anybody could have in here to my setup. Everything else is blocked by everything else. There are no windows up and through there. And even so, I have a plant right in the blocking that open space as well. Actually, I have 4 plants blocking that open space. And this, nobody can see because I'm low bound. So it's a perfect little private setup. Even though Dr. Hyde is filthy. I learned that I haven't been able to enjoy my hemp wick a lot lately. I haven't been able to enjoy it outdoors for obvious reasons. And in fact, I have learned that this is where you need the torch lighter. And I haven't been able to enjoy my him put indoors because we're new pet parents again, and I don't want to be irresponsibly leave candles burning the way I would. What the hell? See, I usually put a blanket on top of the chairs before I sit in them, and I didn't today, and now I feel heebie-jeebie-ish. See, that's dirt, but my brain is just registering insect, 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 insect. That's soil, and I probably put it down there from on there myself from scratching back there. I probably put it back there, but now I'm all weird. And this Robin, I'm finna have it out with this Robin. This dude, he trying to make, he trying to get in good with me so his family can come over here and chill. And it's not okay. It's not okay. It takes me forever. When I get it right, I get it right. But it takes me forever to get this whole situated right in here sometimes. I didn't give them any. I meant to give them some fish emulsion too and did not. But anyway, my cucumbers are doing good. My mini white cucs are doing really well. I'm able to control their climbing, so they're kind of doing what I want them to do. I have one runaway pea plant back there in back, but that might resolve itself. My callaloo, and then here's amaranth. Using those decoratively as well as for food. But I have a pretty big harvest of this because I'm going to cut all these tops off, I think. It's kind of hard because I like the way they make the garden look. With these two big purple palm trees. Look at that. It's so pretty. And you can't see it now because does anybody, I don't know if anybody else notices, but callaloo has a tendency to go to sleep. And when it goes to sleep in the evening, the leaves angle upward, much like this. Like this one is starting, this is getting sleepy-eyed here. Because you can see two of the leaves angling upward. There's two though. The rest of it is young and tender. Shout out to Nikki at OCD's Chick. But the rest of them young and tender and they want to party, baby. They want to party. And the reason why I'm going to considering topping this off, because it is growing its side branches, and I'm pretty sure it's relative to the depth of this bed in comparison to others. And what I'm noticing about said depth is a lot of plants like the shallow raised bed, and that I am finding that really surprising. In fact, I'm still somewhat in denial. I hate to state that as a fact or a possibility or even something that I'm taking note of as information, but that's what the fuck I'm taking note of as information. Yeah, a lot of plants, this is beautiful and everything in it, it does well. But there are some things that I grow in this bed that do much better in the smaller raised bed. And I can't explain why. Dawson. I'm going to share her own Dawson. She usually appreciates it. And I think I'm realizing that's where I messed up with Sunny. I kept thinking that filling her up with water every day was a sufficient watering, but if I was going to do that, then I needed to also put water in the bottom of the planter. So I needed to water from bottom as well as top because that thing, she can only be her best diva if she's well hydrated, fed and hydrated. I usually put pea plant choppings. I usually mulch her base with pea plant choppings. You know why? Supplements and nutrients. There was like a mass of foliage here, and I was kind of using it to keep this this branch leaning this way. She over here gurgling, talking about, I said I was thirsty. I didn't want to be drowned. I'm sorry. Like I said, I like to give her her own water sometimes. But yeah, I'm thinking about going ahead and chopping her. Actually, probably her maybe a foot and a half. And then chopping her a foot. Yeah, I want to get some winter greens in this ground over here. So I feel a type of way because Kimberly has no fruit on her in this bed. Again, some things like containment that you wouldn't imagine, that you would imagine would just go crazy in the ground. But I guess they're introverts and they feel free in their own spaces, right? Why would that be impossible for me to grasp? The nets are coming for me, and I'm too elevated to have sense enough to wrap this party up and go inside because it's so beautiful and I'm enjoying it. Look at the sun. Look at the sun coming in, just beaming onto the end of the bed, the raised bed. Oh, and how the sun is already set on the rest of the garden in here. Oh, so beautiful. So I think maybe tomorrow I'll come and I'll harvest this no matter what. No, no, not no matter what. I'm going to leave it more. I don't know how dark it gets. My first shot at black crim. But I'm telling you, I'm all kinds of happy about it because it is giving big meaty. We're going to see what happens to that. Because she was thirsty and I didn't realize she's still thirsty. Look, she could still drink a little something. I'm going to bring the hose to her one more time. Chill already. I was talking about her, not you. Not you. I'm going to leave you alone, I promise. Oh, they're so thick and velvety. They're so velvety soft. They feel like lamb's ears, except softer and thinner. Because those things are thick. I hope these flies are around because of the fish emulsion and not because they're sensing some kind of decay in those little bite marks that I saw in Walona. Hope that's not the case. Hopefully. Okay, I'm sorry. They sent the mechanical mosquito drone to come and bite me. Ouch. Oh, cool. Cool. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, now I'm seeing all kinds of fruit in places where there was none, and I'm here for it. She's recovering in the milder temps. These milder, going into August temperatures. I know they keep telling y'all full sun for tomatoes, but I'm telling y'all, tomatoes be partial shade. I don't care what nobody say. Okay, even though I don't have to feed those peas, I do need to water them, so I'm gonna do that. And then I'm also gonna start my doggone seeds for the fall. I'm gonna do it tonight or tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna do it though, within 48 hours. Watch and see.